Okay, coming up to Black History Month, tell me what part the NAACP or what kind of position you all take during Black History Month. Because I know you guys are active like 365 days a year.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
so anything special going on for Black History Month?
Yes, I'm glad you asked that. We have a Black History event scheduled for February 18th. That's Friday from 6 until 8 p.m. at the Palm Bay Community Center. That's on Port Malabar Road in Palm Bay. And I
Okay.
will be the host.
Oh, you will? Okay, let's get that date again. Everybody grab your pencils.
It's February 18th
February
from
18th.
6 to 8 p.m. Palm Bay Community Center on Port Malabar Road. I will be your host. We will have mimes, we will have some skits, some drummers, some singers, and also we will be paying tribute to Male High basketball player, the junior point guard, starting point guard. He was shot by a drive-by shooter around Christmas time.
Wow.
So Male High is going to be there. We will give a tribute to him. His name is Shaquille Fari. They call him Key.
Okay, foreign. They call him Key.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're going to be hosting.
I will be hosting.
That's wonderful. So people will get to hear your radio voice again.
They hear me. They hear me. I take them to the closet with classic and give them a flash in the past.
Yeah, that's good.
All kind of good things.
That's good. That should be a great event, and we're hoping everyone in that area or close to that area will attend. What are we hoping to gain from that particular event? You said you're going to honor someone that was killed by a violent crime.
Right. It will be pretty much Stop the Violence campaign.
That's good.
We
That's
want to stop the
powerful.
violence, especially among our young folk, the teenagers. We want to educate them how to resolve, conflict peacefully. And we want to also have a good time, show them a very good time.
That's good. You said you want to try to help the teenagers and other people, help to resolve conflict and be able to have options and deal with different avenues with dealing with different issues. I think that will lead us to our next topic of discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there seems to be some misconception when it comes to a lot of our Black history and something that's called freedom riders. Would you explain that to me?
Yeah, our freedom riders were riders that would ride on the bus and maybe protest or express their opinion throughout the country. But a lot of things about the freedom rider that people don't know, even about our history. That's why you hear a lot of folk, Tom Joyner, a lot of people say that Black history is everybody's history. Mm-hmm. Because when you look at who's standing in the gap, the freedom riders consisted of a lot of white people. And a lot of time when the Ku Klux Klan...
Wait a minute, you just said the freedom riders consisted of a lot of white people.
A lot of white people.
As well as Black people.
Exactly.
Okay.
Matter of fact, a lot of white people took a lot of the beating, and that freed a lot of Black people from being beat.
Wow.
And when you look at a lot of your sit-ins,
yes.
a lot of your demonstrations, there were a lot of people that assisted a lot of Black people in their city. And matter of fact, they would train Black people how to resist the temptation of retaliating.
Wow.
Sometimes whites would sit in the seat and Blacks would criticize them. They would mock. They would have a mock sit-in.
Wow.
So there's a lot of things about history that are not told, and that's why I'm here now. I wanted to convey what history is really about. A lot of time in your books and television, they don't tell you the pretty side, the side where God, children come together, bridge together to help one another. Even Martin Luther King and most of his followers, a third of his followers were white. Mm-hmm. The NAACP were pretty much founded by white people. A lot of folk don't know that.
Really?
Right, and that's why a lot of people compare the NAACP with the Ku Klux Klan or even the Black Panther, but that's not who we are.
Right, that is so true. Now let's clear this up now, because when we say NAACP, NAACP, let's tell just in case people, because for a long time I think I was grown before I even was interested in what NAACP actually meant, what the acronym was for. Mm-hmm. So tell the people what that means and how that name derived.
It's the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. And the way that they created this name, we were called colored people at that time. And to be honest, there was some white folk knew that we were experiencing a lot of injustice, a lot of mistreatment, and a lot of hardship. So they created the NAACP so we could come together as a people to protest nonviolently and to create a strategy to retaliate legally against the unfairness that was presented against us.
Wow. And what year was that?
1909, so we are a 101 2-year-old now.
Wow, powerful. 102 years old.
Yes.
That is powerful. That is powerful. So in 102 years, we've actually legally, or I would say kind of, we've had a platform since that time to freely display our concerns, come together and agree, and maybe perhaps fight or solve problems for one another as a people. Or before, is that kind of a trick question?
No, it's not. It's not.
Okay.
It's not a trick question. That's a good question.
So we've had 102 years at the least to try to get it. Let's just keep it real. To try and get it together.
Right, and we pretty much been getting it together. We
Yes,
come
we
a long
have.
way.
Yes, we
We
have.
still have a long way to go. We still have a heavy road burden to carry.
Yes.
You know, we have a black president, but there's still a lot of injustices, like the Scott sisters.
President Barack Obama,
Yeah.
we got you.
Yeah, and we're here to support him.
We are here to support him.
Right.
We are here to support him.
And two, when you talk about the President Obama, when you look at his voters, percentile of his voters were white people.
Or white people.
So we
That's
need
correct.
to embrace folk who sometimes don't look like us. And when you look back through history, they were always there, and we always partnership with them. They're our brothers and sisters, and we need to come together as a family. We as a nation, we always say that the one God, one nation. That is true, but we need to live. We need to practice what we preach.
That's powerful.
But if we want to get to the land of milk and honey, we have to come together. I tell people it's a prerequisite
It
for us to
is.
come together here on earth in order to really live joyfully in heaven.
That's powerful. Let's talk about the Quakers.
The Quakers. Now I love the Quakers because the Quakers put their life on the line, and people don't realize that a lot of Quakers were prosecuted. The Harriet Tubman era, where Harriet took the slave from the South up north. They called it the Underground Railroad. But the Quakers were white people who opened their homes for the runaway slaves. During the day, they would reside in their homes, and at night they would, leave and escape to the north to be free.
Wow. In lieu of our time, I really, really hate to really end this conversation. It's so powerful, so knowledgeable, a wealth of information. And I'm glad that people such as Urban City Connection and others are opening up their hearts, opening up their cameras, their studios, their homes, and their resources to inform everyone so that we can continue to move forward. We've done a great job, and I know you guys out there are doing a great job. There are hard workers. There are people really with a lot of fervor and fire to move forward, and thank God for you all. We're going to get it together. 2011 is going to be a year, I believe, that we're going to make great strides not for perfection, but for progress. We've made so much, and thank God for people such as Harriet Tubman and so many more I can name. Thank God for the Freedom Riders and the Quakers. Thank God for you, Mr. Robert Graham Johnson, Sr., for sitting here and sharing with us a lot of this information. Now, for people that want to just delve deeper into the information that you just shared, what kind of books should we look for?
That's another
Or
question.
internet searches?
Well, we encourage folks to go to your local library because they are closing libraries. They're cutting back on hours. Go to your local library. I know it's convenient to use your computer But go check out a Black History book. You have a lot of books that pertain to Black history. Langston Hughes and a lot of other folk, even Martin Luther King books. Just go to your local library, please, and check out some books. Maybe even go there and use the internet. And also, we have a lot of Black history formats, a lot of Black history programs that would be taught around the county, throughout the county. So.
Okay, so you have this event coming up, February 18th.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything else coming up that you would like to share with the people?
We're having a basketball camp that I know it doesn't sound relevant to Black history, but it's piggybacking off of it. It's a nonviolent campaign. It's just this child was so brutally, like I say, he was a starting
Yes.
point guard at the school. But we having a slam dunk contest, 3-point shooting contest, and we having some dribbling for the smaller children, where the children will learn how to shoot the basketball, know how to dribble. It's just basic technique.
And that's going to be when?
It would be, we haven't really, we're going to announce that at the Black History event,
Great.
but it will be taking place throughout the county. It will be a county-wide event.
Wow.
Because of the tragic that happened. We want to.
I might go see if my skills still intact. I don't know.
Yeah, bring it out.
Okay, so make sure when you all do that, y'all, I'll mention the age limit now, because we don't want anybody to come and get hurt. But anyway, Mr. Graham, look at the camera, look at our audience, and tell our audience how they can get in touch with you. If they rather, some people are not comfortable always with going to the library, and a lot of people, such as myself, I used to be somewhat computer illiterate, so they may not know how to search through the computer. They may not even have a computer in their home. So tell them how they can contact you, and you can perhaps help them or lead them that way.
You can easily contact me by my cell. It's 24/7. The number is 321-749-4727, or my email address, which is sufferingbondservant@hotmail.com. I know that's pretty long. Sufferingbondservant@hotmail.com, or Facebook, Robert Johnson Sr.
All right. And with that said, Robert, thank you so much for all the information. Thank you for just sitting here, being candid with us. We appreciate it. I think a lot of people are looking for, expecting, and are hungry for to just see ourselves in people, and to be able to gain a lot of wisdom and knowledge, and so we can move forward. With that said, I want to encourage you today, go to your library, check out a Black History book. Encourage your children to go to school and check out a Black History book. And if you can't do that, or if you have a problem doing that, please call Mr. Graham. Give him a call, check him out on Facebook, email him so we can get the information to you, okay? You already know, it's Antoinette. This has been one of my hottest interviews. I don't even know what to do with myself right now. I think I'll take a drink. So, Antoinette, urbancityconnection.com/faithconnection. We'll see you on the next set.